Hello guys, I just want to see, we have here a new settings, so let's see if that is all working. Maybe let's just try to check here. This is always the best methods to use. Do we get any notification here that we started? Yes, we got it. Let me see if it's working here. Live. I don't know if I think it is working. I just wanted to say hi. If you have any questions, then we can also entertain them, and we can have a nice chat. Otherwise, I can also show you a few charts. We can go through charts of 3 interesting people. Let me see if it's here working one more time. Yeah, it is working, I think. It's weird that it is not showing up. Okay, let me just try to... Hello, Raunik. Hello, Universal Jyotisha. Yes. Okay, it's working. Good. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me well. And it is interesting how after some time you are losing. So if you are not doing something for... it's here, pop-out chat. Okay, we got it here. And then we have to copy this. Should we copy that? And then we will put it here. URL. Yes. And we will put it somewhere here. Okay, guys. And where is the chat now? I want to have this somewhere closer. Where is that now? It is not so easy. Where is that? Did it disappear? I cannot see this. Wow, where is this chat? It is here on the screen. Okay. Now I cannot see it here. Maybe it went somewhere here. No, it's also not here. Wow, where it is? Pop chart. This is here. We got it here, right? Maybe we... Let me go try to go back. Where is now this screen? Live streaming. Okay. And this is here. Okay, we got it. Guys, if you have any question, then let me know. Hi, Raunik. Hi, Universal Jyotish. Hi, Adi. Are Stellium in general good or bad? Or does it depend on which house they own? My Stellium is in the first house. Do you mean many planets in one house? Is it that what you consider a stellium? I think so, no? It's like 4 planets. It's a Western astrology. Western astrology concept. Yeah. So there are few things to that. One thing is that Stellium is called Pravraja Yoga in Vedic astrology. So if you have 4 planets in one house, basically you are a little bit living on the edge of society, right? You are having your own path. And this can change if you have a planet combust. Then from the age of that planet, you may be going into the material life again, and then it can switch again back after 50s. So for example, I have 4 planets in one house, and therefore I was living in more renounced way till Venus age, which is 25, because my Venus is combusted. So that is one thing. It's a Graha Yuti. What do you mean Graha Yuti? Planets own the four, yeah. When there are many planets in one house, what you can do is, what I do, I escape it because I have fear from this combination. So usually I'm going to the Vargas then. Also, there are many, this is quite complicated topic, the Pravraja Yoga. For example, you can say that if these planets are in Kendra, then this is the time, this is the situation when you are real Pravraja or renounced. If it's in Trikona, then you want to be such person. So this is also that distinction. There are many, many things. Also, which planet is the strongest one? For example, if it's Saturn, you can be someone who is like not wearing a lot of clothes. And this can even translate to some modern type of manifestations. Okay. Okay, so this is working fine because we have here a new set. Let me see now. If we would try to show you the browser, will it show it? TNL. Yes, it's a little bit too much. Because the format, this is weird, that this format of OBS, the window is bigger than my window. Something is wrong here still. Okay. Graha Yuti with other Grahas. Yeah. Many Yutis, no? There is this book, Gargahora, in which, this is interesting book. I remember when I got it from India, that was a huge dopamine, which was quickly going down because you cannot get a lot from this book, really. Maybe without parampara. It's basically showing one planet in the house, then 2 planets in the houses, 3 planets in the houses, and even 4 planets in the houses. So there are all types of possibilities how 3 or 4 planets are in one house. So you can have like Sun, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, like in my case, in 5th house. So these are also in all the houses. So imagine how many shlokas are there. Guys, let me know in the chat if there is any mismatch between audio and video, okay? Because I didn't set the audio delay. There are some numbers to set it. I just run the OBS with the new settings, so there is nothing. Is there any mismatch or it is working fine? Raunik, are curses in Navamsha more relevant than Rasi chart curses? There are no curses in Navamsha. We are only seeing them from the Rasi chart. So in the Rasi chart, you know what? I stopped using the word curse in my readings recently, and I'm getting nice results, I must say. I don't know, this word is in the Western, especially in the Western world, or in the Western here, Europe culture, it is the translation is worse than what it really says. So now I say the main affliction. It is much better because, you know, curse means that you did something wrong and some devil, like someone is cursing you, right? It is not the case because you are not so important. So I stopped using that word in my readings. So basically in the Navamsha we are seeing how strong is the curse and what karma is that? Is it dritha, adritha, dritha, adritha? So is it fixed? Is it easy to move, right? Adritha is karma, which is easy to move. So if a planet is in a movable sign, then that karma is easier to move. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. That is good book. Yeah. This is the point is that this book is it is for every shastra that these books are written in Sanskrit, right? And therefore you need to decode it. If you are just reading the English, then half of the translation is lost. No? Now, happily, we have AI, so you can make a picture of a shloka, put it to ChatGPT or Gemini, and you will get a word-for-word translation. This is, I'm waiting for such times when you will be able to just bring the phone to the shloka. You don't need to do the picture, just like you have this translator, which is like using camera. That would be great. Imagine that you are putting the things and it is giving you. All right. These three charts we have here, this is something I wanted to do a YouTube video from that, but I was not satisfied with the script, and it was not in the ready stage, so I didn't do that. But this is a nice, these three charts. All of these three people had a heart issue, so they died because of heart disease. And this person, Adams Douglas, he had a heart issue and he died on 49 years of age. We have also Paul Vini, he died 54, and Antonin Scalia, he 79, but so he we could say has a relatively long life, no? So it is, then the heart is one of a reason, right? One of the causes. There was also a question: is he Scorpio or Libra Lagna here, right? So I think the Adams-Douglas chart is quite, let me put that here. Yeah, the Adam-Douglas chart is quite interesting because he may have a yoga for, because he was he was the professional procrastinator. Even on the Wikipedia, there is the word. He said that writing styles. There was some word that he wanted to put an epitaph about. Where it was. Is it epitaph? Yeah. Adam struggled with writing and usually didn't find pleasure from it. This is interesting, no? If we take into account his success, no? Is it showing right? Because I see here that, let me see. Are we so delayed? Because here we have different. I think we are fine. Okay. Maybe we are so delayed. Wow, the delay is really great then. Okay, anyway. Yeah, what I wanted to say is that the procrastination yoga, that he has this procrastination yoga in the chart, right? We have here the ascendant Lord Mercury debilitated in the 10th house with the 10th lord, right? So is it the procrastination yoga here? That's the question. And also about the heart, we can see that this 12th lord Saturn here, right? So when we are checking the health, then good first step would be to see the ascendant lord versus the sun. No? So ascendant lord versus sun, how they are placed, and if they are in 2nd and 12th, then this is considered affliction, even if they are not afflicted separately. This is quite interesting rule. If the Lord and Karaka are indifferent, are having a bad yoga, then basically it means that there is a problem, no? With that. Okay. All right. Karmic duties. For what? For the curse? Karmic duties, yeah, maybe. So anyway, in the chart we see that the 4th house here is 8th lord, right? 8th lord is in the 4th house, and 4th from the moon here is heart, and even 7 if we take 7, because 7 you can also take for things like high blood pressure. He had a high blood pressure, and here we have the Ketu and Mars are doing this kartari on that. So probably he already from the birth had his heart weakened, right? Because the 4th house from the ascendant would show things which are happening from the birth. So there was some issue there. And then 4th from the moon, right? We have this Mars and Ketu, which is also bringing that issue later on, right? And we can see that this was in Jupiter, Saturn. And Saturn is the 12th lord, right? So it's quite easy. And it is related to the moon. No? And if you take the 8th lord, then both of 8 lords, Mercury and Rahu, are also related to the moon. So the blood is seen. No? So if you have moon or Mars also related to 8 or 12, then you may have an issue. No? We know that he was a lawyer, right? A big... No, this was for Scalia. Let's go to Scalia. Let's see the same things, right? Here. He also had the same heart issues, right? So here we have a 4th lord, which is the Saturn. And Saturn is here also... afflicted, right? The 4th house is between Rahu, Jupiter, Marana, Karakastana, and the Saturn. So the 4th house is also hit. So we can say that from birth there is some issue there, no? And 4th from the moon is that same Saturn. So this is interesting. And that same Capricorn, no? And what is... Now the question is, why he is having 12th house not occupied by moon or Mars, right? Is it the wrong lagna? Should we change the lagna? Because it's either 8 or 12 here, right? In the D30 chart, also we have Mars, but where is the moon? No? So this is the second question. Something is not right here. Is the lagna wrong? Huh? But if we will see his chart, then many things will be right with Scorpio lagna. Like for example, we know that he married in that Capricorn. Here we have the 7th lord, and also he was a very good writer, especially in the legal law. We have Sun, the 10th lord, so basically he is earning from government institutions. And he is fighting a lot, so he has this Mars and Saturn, right? This Yama yoga. Yama is judge also. It could be judge or property. which, right? Maybe that Jupiter is tilting more here towards the Judge. And the thing is that, so the Scorpio is right. We can see. And then in the D30 chart, so how we get the moon, right? How we get the moon here in the 12 or 8. And also in the D30, how we get the moon in the 12. So, guys, do you have any, I don't know if that delay will allow us to have a comfortable discussion. I don't know on which Badaka situation. Okay. Guys, what do you think? Do you have any suggestions here? Why the 12th house here in the Navamsha is not showing the moon? Why the D30 is also not showing the moon? Can we ask the questions? Will there be answers? We don't know. If I will wait for you, then you will be waiting for the wait in the future. So the future wait is happening. This is drummer of Panthera. Mars and Saturn for drumming. Very often this yoga is coming. Metal band. Nice fame combination, right? First Lord in the 7th. Venus, very strong. In the 10th house, in Rasi and in the Navamsha. Success from entertainment. Aruda Lagna with the Venus. Wow. And what we have in 12? Moon. All right. But here we can see, here we can make that distinction that the 4th Lord from the Ascendant is not so badly placed. At least prima facie we have nothing there. Venus is in the 10th, right? So we can see that there is something coming with the time. The problem came with time. And we can see that also this moon in the 12 here is the Lagnesha. Huh? So the general health, that moon and that sun, right, is a little bit afflicted. That sun is also here, like Navamsha, it's going to the 12th house. And the moon here is in the 12th, right? So we can see how the Navamsha is supporting the thing that this is, this could be a quite problematic. Yeah. But again, the rule is working. We have the moon in the 12th. No? In the D30, wow, moon in the 12th again. So if you have moon or Mars in the 12th, this is easier than just Venus, because Venus can give, or Jupiter, no? Jupiter liver. I have seen Jupiter can give liver issues. So we are going here by the organs, Karaka. All right, all right. Okay, guys, so I think we did our experiment. The settings are fine, everything is working. And also we can, we have seen also that we can start the stream spontaneously, and we are still getting the same number of people coming, which is quite good. All right, all right, all right. So should I do a YouTube video from that? Make it more, give a theory about the health, about the pravriti, about the nivriti, about the places in the body, and then how to be sure that you may have some serious heart-related problems. Moon and Mars. Hi, Vanessa. Nice to see you here. Moon and Mars in 12. We have this FX? Is it working? Let me see. But you will not be able to... No, it's not working. Okay. They are not working. Moon and Mars in 12 is popping up. But in Rasi chart or in Navamsha or in Trimshamsa, where you are seeing that? What is your commentary, guys? Do you see any pattern, common pattern for heart issues here? Do we have anything here? Fourth Lord afflicted. Paul Vini, we have... But Paul Vini, Fourth Lord... now is the question, fourth from ascendant or fourth from the moon? This is the question. Like in this chart, fourth is that Venus afflicted in Paul Vini's chart? No. Because if we take fourth from the moon, we are going back to that Mars and Saturn. Can you cast a prasha for me to know when can I get a new job, as I got laid off on Chandra Grahan? Wow, Chandra Grahan. We are not doing that. Maybe someone will be... you can go to my Discord and then maybe someone will help you with this. We have a nice community there. You can ask. And anyway, it's after sunset here in Berlin. So, yep. Fourth from the fourth Lord. Oh my God. What's going on? Why you would take fourth from the fourth Lord? Interesting. You know what? Also, there is one rule from Parampara about Aquarius. Aquarius is also can be related to the heart. No? Of course, now my Rahu is going into the 4 and says, these people are born all in mid-March. So Aquarius, Mercury, Venus will be close. So you will have something in Aquarius. But yeah, that's true. It can also show heart issues, the Aquarius. Yeah. But you see, with Navamsha, with what I told you about the Navamsha and Trimshamsa, it's easy. No? Imagine you don't have them. That would be difficult, no? From Rasi chart alone. Like, let's take this chart. Paul Vini, right? You would take sixth Lord, Jupiter is here. 8th Lord is Rahu, because Saturn is in the own sign, so we take the other. So Rahu is in 12. Would you say this is hard? Not so easy, no? Fourth from sun or moon? Yeah, fourth from the moon. Yeah, fourth from sun can show some genetic baggage. For genetics, what happened even before the birth. Also, this Adam Douglas, I'm wondering, is that Mars and Ketu and Saturn, do they show because he got the heart attack after the workout in the gym, right, when he was resting. And Saturn is usually showing muscles and everything to build the muscle. Mars and Ketu may show someone who could overpower or something like that, right? I mean, doing too much, you can get heart attack of overstraining yourself. Mars Ketu could be yoga for such things. But now I'm wondering, is that showing such situation? Can we go to, because these planets in the chart, they will be showing your health through whole your life, right? So you will have many, many, many various situations. So problematic. Would you like to read my Kundali? Did you have a heart attack? If not, then you are not a good contender for today's topic. There was this, I have seen recently one YouTube video about the guy who prepared 1,000 logos, and each logo is 1 minute, no? And by doing that, his purpose was to increase the ability, right? Doing the reps to improve the skill. And he was inspired for doing that video based on the other person who was doing also the same situation, but he was doing no, he was the original. So the logo guy was original, and there was another person who was doing the color grading inspired by that video. So I was thinking, this is a nice idea. I could also do such things. Do 1,000 something, right? What I could do 1,000 thing. And the one analysis or one point is within 1 minute. So you have only 1 minute to do something, right? That's and you hope that after that 1,000th time you will get much better. You will do such big progress in that time. Yeah, that would be interesting, no? Bum 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 bum. Yep. This is interesting. This Adam Douglas, he was also playing on guitar on the Pink Floyd concert. There's even a photo here. You can see here he is playing with, I don't know if you can see that. Probably you can. He was playing with David Gilmour for his birthday, right? So he went quite high. Relationship with novelist. And in his chart, if you go to Adam Douglas' chart, he has the sun in 5th. So he was playing some guitar, right? So there is this ability. Mercury in the 10th, for writing. He was the sci-fi writer. In the Dashamsa, you have Mercury in the 5th. And strong Jupiter for writing, always good. Usually writers will have like Jupiter, Venus, or Moon in Trikona, right? And how you would see the sci-fi, right? Probably the dispositor of the Moon is Mars. And right, in the recent lecture, we were having some theory about Moon dispositor giving the topic for writing. Would that Mars satisfy us here? because some are saying Mercury dispositor, right? That would be Jupiter. That is the, or Ketu, someone could, but Jupiter is stronger, right? So at least I think Mars is better, especially in Gemini. Could show some new technology, something like that. Only 1 minute, like reps. Yeah. Heart attack from working out. Yep. So my question was, is that having something to do with this? No. With that Mars Ketu, you see? Because even in the Trimshamsa, I'm not sure if it's Libra. I think it's Libra because it was something related to 8 and 12, his death. No? Do we have marriage? Here we have some marriage. The marriage was in, if we use Navamsha, are we using Navamsha? Where is the moon? Moon is in the third house. We can use Utpana or we can use Kevala because sun is Atmakaraka. So for those who are new here, if you have Atmakaraka lording your moon sign, you are eligible to use the Kevala Dasha. You see his most famous book, Mercury, in that Kevala. So if I see something like that, if something major is happening at the start of Dasha, for me it's a yes. It's something is, this Dasha will be good to show his life, right? Let me see the marriage. Mercury, Jupiter. Okay. And Jupiter, we have this beautiful yoga. You need to learn to see this quasi-half mutual drishti. Jupiter is aspecting the sun, right? That's not enough. But sun is aspecting Jupiterian sign. So this is a yoga. Therefore, Jupiter, Antardasha, can give the marriage. Otherwise, planet in the Lagna in Navamsha, not for Antardasha. For Mahadasha, we could agree. For Antardasha, not so. All right. You know what kind of rep I should be doing for astrology or for this thing? Doing live every day. Then after the 50 time or after the month, it will be all, you will get some new skills of all the technical things, also speaking to people live, which is also kind of skill you need to learn. Talking to camera, right? Switching the scenes like this. We would get super professional after some time. Everyday life. I could do it if we would have a little bit more viewers, like 1,000. No, now we have a 12 apostles. When I imagine talking to 12 people, it's fair. It's nice setting. Yeah, Kevala Dasha works. True. You know what is the worst on the life? To be silent. But I think if you are silent for a longer time and you will conquer that feeling of discomfort, then it finally, you are like, how to call it? It's like no longer you are the person who is under highlight, so it's judged. Now you feel like people are watching you and you have to do something all the time, right? You cannot, because you see the numbers are going down, you have to speak, you have to do that, this. And, but when there is the silence and you overcome that, then you are like jumping on it. And now you are controlling the situation. This, the same situation as with the readings, I have noticed. If you are doing the readings, and because it's also type of performance. When you are doing the reading, someone is basically buying an hour from you, right? and you need to perform. You want to do a good job. You want to, but then it's also a trap, because you may fall into that wrong attitude that that something is demanded from you, and you are like lacking. I think there is something like some deficit or lack. You want to compensate, and then you speak. But if you will make that silence, I have seen that this pause, this break in the middle of reading, it could really totally change the situation. Because you do that silence. Maybe with life it's not the best, because if we would make a silence, I mean, we are not so famous. We don't have 14,000 or 15,000 followers, so we can make an intro for 1 hour or go cooking, and still this will not do much. But maybe on life it's a little bit more risky. But I think the general rule applies, that if you will make that pause, that break, then you are not you are no longer judged. You are no longer defending yourself. Now you are contributing, giving. It's much more healthy thing. But it's all learning phase. It's all learning phase. Now we are rumbling. Also, we need to learn to rumble, right? This is also a skill. Feeling all the emotions of wasting people's lives and feel good about it. We are wasting people's life. Time, not life. We are wasting people's time. I'm wasting your time. But we need to sit with that emotion. How you feel when you are wasting someone's life. Not lifetime. Hope it's not so bad. All right. Acceptance, yes, skill. Acceptance is a skill, true. I think it could be those times when you are making yourself vulnerable, or those breaks, those experiments you are doing, which could be short time. For some short time, there could be problematic, right? Because you are not giving some intense Jyotish master class about the nakshatras. We will do 27 nakshatras in 1 hour. That would be, imagine that. Imagine those videos. Or transits. Now Saturn stopped Vakri movement, and how this will play out for mundane things, politics, and also for all the signs, all 12 signs. And you are doing that masterclass. That would be something else. Where did you learn? Now we have some questions. If we would have more questions, that would be, I think, more easy. But let's go with that experiment. Let's go a little bit farther. We have 44 minutes. Where did you learn Vedic astrology from? I can tell you the whole journey if you want. So, I was into Vaishnavism. I don't know if interest in Western astrology came from Vaishnavism. I think it was even before Vaishnavism. I think it was even before. I think I was always interested in typology. It was not necessarily astrology type of typology, but generally seeing patterns. So I remember that I was very much very much inspired by that, by typology. So of course, astrology is the one of the most popular, right? There are also others. I remember that there was these two girls. Do you remember there was these two ladies who created the system of typology? There was some big scandals. They get a lot of money. There was also some, I don't know if these are these four letters, maybe these four letters, this IFMG and things like that. There are these two ladies which created this whole typology system. But astrology is I think, what people in the West, why they are attracted to astrology, they have this mind which is seeing patterns. So there are those minds. It's a kind of abstract mind, right? Because abstract people want to build a system, and system is based on some categories, some patterns, things like that. They want to put things into the into some shelves. So that was there, and then so I remember I was in the Vaishnava. It was like a festival at the Polish Sea, and I remember that I had those astrology books. It was Western, and I was reading them, and then I remember that one lady, she was living in US. She was Polish devotee. She brought me the CD with, I think it was Goravani. Remember the software? It was quite old school. Maybe you are not so old. It was like Goravani software, something like that. It was created by this astrologer, Goravani. I think he's now living somewhere in California. But Goravani was already Vedic, because she wanted to give me she wanted me to try the Vedic astrology. And then so that was one thing, and then I remember I ran the software, and then I started to think how it all is different, right? Now I'm not Cancer, I'm Gemini, I'm this, that, so and I remember the first difference was that it was not so psychological, right? It was more about events. No, it was more about, if you have this and there, your wife will be like that. You are stupid. You will be stupid, right? Like Saturn in 5th, you are stupid. If you have Mars in 7th, your wife will have a scar, right? If you have, I don't know, Venus in 8th, you will have problems with kidneys. No? So big this things, no? And then I thought, it cannot be true. It cannot be so literal. There must be something. There must be some key to unlock it, because I have seen that. I thought like this when I was reading those books. I thought like this: either this is very stupid, right, or this is genius, or there is some key into this. Right, because you see, if you read those shlokas, they are so literal that even without analyzing the chart, you know that it cannot work like that. Right? There must be some mechanism to to unlock it. No. Yeah, Venus in Scorpio, hairy wife. Yeah, Venus in Scorpio, also one testicle, which interestingly was working for. But does Hitler had the one testicle, or is it a rumor? Because people are saying that this is, let me see where it was, ChatGPT. Let's put it here. Did Hitler had one testicle? Or is it He also had the Venus and Scorpio. So, and then after that time, after this, we got the situation. And then, of course, there was a Trisama Prabhu, very nice devotee, and he gave me like, I think, 20 books. Brihat Parasharavara Shastra, Sharavari, and so on. So I wanted to study. And then another friend from Poland, he brought me another like 40 books from India. And this is, and then I got into the forums or Yahoo forums, and the rest is the history. There is no definite proof that Hitler had one testicle. The best evidence is 1923 prison medical record that said he had an undescended right testicle, cryptorchidism, which is not exactly the same as monarchism. Wow, they are those names. Historians still treat this as unproven. You see? India Divine. And India Divine, it was already taking the posts from the Yahoo groups. I don't think I was on India Divine. The India Divine took the posts from the Yahoo groups. This was time. This was golden time of Jyotish. Wow. I remember like daily Sanjay Ji, Visti Ji, all the gurus, they were like writing 20 messages daily, analyzing charts, learning. And it was all new, no? Now you can go to YouTube of someone, you can learn Jyotish in 2 weeks. For us, it was all hidden. We had to ask for things and things like that. No? Now it's in that time it was over demand. Now it's over supply, right? It's too much. You are now thinking, oh, should I learn from this astrologer? I don't like. He is a little bit too lefty. I will go to this. He is more traditional Jyotishi, right? So you are going to this newsletter, thousands. So now it's it's funny how it turned, but it's good. This is, I think, the best capitalism. The best trait of capitalism is that it increases by the free market. It is giving rise to improvement of quality. And as we see with the AI, ChatGPT, Gemini, Cloud, they are fighting all the time. This benchmark, 83. Now Gemini is trying to get 84. Cloud, 85. So imagine if there would be only one, that would be probably subscription would be like 300 something. Wow, we have still 15 people, even with our Rumble. Okay, good. You see, maybe I should not look too much on this concurrent viewer list. Do you have favorite nakshatra? No. I like my nakshatra. I have my nakshatra. It's the best. Shravana. Vishnu is the devata. What nakshatra is better than Shravana? No, joking. I don't have. I mean, I like Satabisha. But you know, what would be the way to say that something is favorite, no? Satabisha looks nice. I mean, only by the, by some, we could say, aesthetic preference. Aesthetic preference. How did you first connect with VSTG? Any feeling of fate involved? How I was connected with VSTG. It was on that forum. So there was Sanjay Ji and there were many people which were answering, right? One of them was VSTG, and I liked his style very much. Because first of all, he was not changing things. I have seen that he is very true to, he is very, how to say it? If he didn't know something, he didn't create it, right? So he was learning and teaching what he learned. So somewhat this is important for me. Maybe it's some form of OCD, authoritative, paramparic OCD, but I don't know. Now I prefer that someone is developing a style after 20 years. If you didn't develop your style after 20 years, there is also something wrong, right? But in the first years, you don't want style. You want to get the essence, right? So in the first years, you want to get Jupiter. Then you want to get Venus, no? And VSTG was also, and is also very technical. So I'm also technical, right? We have Mars in 5th, both in Navamsha. So I think that was also... and VSTG is very giving. Maybe that is the third trait. He gives a lot. Sun. And this is not normally coming from the sun. So he will teach you like very... I think in the next life he will get some big reward because it's very authentic, right? It's really rare. It's a rare trait. No? Usually if you are giving something, or then you have this, oh, maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I should be blah, blah, blah. No? This Rajas things comes up. Yeah, so we were starting talking, and then we were connected eternally. He is my boss. He is my boss. He is my Guruji. He's my 9th, my 10th. Not 11th as a Guruji, but is it spiritual guru? He's not my spiritual guru. Because Jyotish Guru is not your Diksha Guru, no? But he is definitely my boss. He gave me a job, that is for sure. He gave me a job, he gave me a knowledge. I treat him like a boss. This is good way, no? What was the one topic? Feeling of fate. If there was some fate involved. If there was some fate involved. I mean, when you are learning Jaimini, then we are checking then what was the dasha which brought you to Jyotish, no? And there is even special dasha, special type of Navamsha, which is showing exactly that. When you start learning, this is based on the padas, no? And in my case, it was a Leo where I have Ketu in the 9th. No? And VSTG also has Ketu, is a Scorpio in the Shamsa. Ketu in 9, Scorpio, so Scorpio person. No? Even in my Rasi chart, my 11th Lord is Ketu. No? So if I felt it, I don't know. To be completely honest with you, I don't think so. It was fate because we got it in the dashas, no? This is also a way to see, is he a real teacher, right? Did you join a real parampara? 11th Lord, right? Ketu in that dasha, Leo in Navamsha. No, it's a Ketu in Leo. You are joining some parampara, okay. Let me go there. Let me try. But I don't, to be honest, I didn't felt it like a fate. Weird, no? What was the one topic that blew your mind off when you were a Jyotishi student? What? This is a good question. Finally, guys, you're asking some questions. I don't feel so cringy. If there is a question, it's much. But maybe we should go into the cringe exposure. We are escaping now from accepting the cringe, exposure to cringe feelings. What was the one topic that blew your mind off when you were a Jyotish student? I liked Arudas a lot. a lot? Arudas. Aruda. One topic that blew your mind off. When I learned Audaika Dasha, I was very happy. Narayana Dasha. And Arudas, yeah. Vargas. And also in the PGC, there is this, in the first year, you are learning about lordships. And then Sanjayji is teaching houses from the lords. This was, for me, it was the best lesson. And this is on the first year. I loved that. Wow, that was like fifth from the 10th lord, fifth from the first lord, fourth from the first lord. And I'm not using that now so much, interestingly, but at that time, it was really, I was like, oh my God, this is gold. My readings now will be, wow, now I'm going into some new level. We are doing a jump. All right. I think Jyotisha should study. What was okay? I think that's it. No. Let me think about it. What was the one topic that blew your mind? I like also houses from Caracas. But you know what? The love for the houses from Caracas a little bit went away when I realized that this is the case for people born for, like, for example, let's say you are seeing things from Venus, right? Because I liked that concept a lot, seeing houses from Caracas. But I think we need to apply the Varga charts there to, because you see, if you have Venus in Pisces, right? So all people who are born in that 2 weeks, they will have that results, no? Or Sun, right? People are so happy to see forth from the Sun, but this will be for all people who are born within that month. Oh my God, right? Like I have Sun in Libra, and I was born in 82. I know, I'm old. And Saturn is exalted. Right? So all the people born in October. Now when I remember now when I was going to school or to the studies, I remember people who are born also in October. So all of them will have that. Forth from the sun, Saturn exalted, right? So you see what to do now. This is killing our love for this principle. Should we then see the houses from the ascendant as a filter? Then it will be based on the ascendant. Should we use the Varga charts? Right? Probably yes. Then it will again be a rule which can be used for people. Yeah, it will be more. It will not be for everyone born in October, right? Because if something is for a big number of people, automatically it is losing that edge, right? That rule is no longer edgy. Edgy rule. I want to see something. Let me go. Let me try to see that. Okay. Do we have other questions? What was the one topic? I think Jyotisha should study financial markets. Have you studied the financial? No. I must tell you also that I am totally, probably you know this about me or not, that I'm not into mundane astrology also. I'm not into mundane, I'm not into financial markets. Because the reason is easy. It doesn't work. I'm always saying, if someone is saying that he's good at stocks and he's not driving Lamborghini, then he is losing the credibility, right? He is losing the credibility. I will not trust him. And also mundane astrology, I'm also not a big fan of. All right. Parambika OCD, giving away strands. Why reward next life? Can he get rewards in this life? Yeah, good question. You just pinpointed my... I remember when I was doing the Reiki initiation, because I have, in some time in my life, I was into Reiki. It was a very short love, maybe 1 month, 1 month love with Reiki. And I remember this person was telling me, after this Reiki initiation, whatever karma, I don't know, somehow I remembered it, whatever karma you will do, you will be getting it immediately in this life. It will be very, very fast. No? So if you do something good, the good things will come very fast. I was like, oh my God, maybe I don't want it. Generosity of spirit. Well, fate, one could consider which dashes were you running. Yeah. Could be a hindsight. One can recognize what led up to this. Yep. Most things are fated anyway, aren't they? Yeah. This is unresolved things. Free will. It will be never resolved and never understood how much free will we have. This is my prediction. We will never understand how much free will we have. This is the biggest guarded secret which will never be revealed. You can study philosophy, Christian philosophers like Saint Thomas Aquinas, Indian astrologers were trying to double that. Scientists in neuroscience, they are trying to work with that. Right? Is it all the brain? And one thing is leading to the other without any space to change what is a train consequence. Right? I think it will be never understood. I mean, maybe from neuroscience perspective, but philosophically, if we couldn't get it in more than 2,000 years, then it's over. Whatever philosophically we got, we already have. So the rest is secret. Did you ever obsess over the details of your own chart? Wow, these are good questions. I smack. Maybe I should write them down and make a content. Does it make you want to micromanage your life? Not now. There was a time, definitely, when I was doing that. And these times are coming in. It's a up and down thing. Now, if I would obsess over anything, it would be my yearly chart, TT Pravesh, because it is, I think, the best way to time the nuances of what's going on. I was doing things related to Muhurta, like Hora Lord and the planets. Even I remember there was a time when I was when I was going to some birthdays or parties or things like that, I was checking the Muhurta, and then I was trying to see what if we leave the house at that time, what will be the results, things like that. But I don't know. Now I'm using Muhurta, but I'm not doing it I'm not over obsessing about that. But yearly chart, definitely yearly chart. I have in mind the dashas. What are the dashas and what they are allowing? Then the mantras. I adjust to that. Things like that. Okay. Micromanage your life. Yeah. I think it's good. On one hand, if it's too much, of course, then it could be a problematic thing. But you see, if you are Jyotisha and you are not using Jyotisha in your life, then it's a bad sign, I think. Right? Because what this means, it means that you are. If it's working, it's giving you power. You are giving it to others. Then you have to use it. No, if you are not, maybe not to the micromanage level, but it's a weapon, right? It's a weapon. It's a knowledge, and maybe you will have a little bit disappointment after the first rush of dopamine, because if you are into Jyotish, then you think that you can predict everything. No? So then after some time you see, this I can't predict, this is too general, this can, in many ways. So your expectations are going a little bit lower, no? but it should still not go to zero. No? Night borns, because natural labor begins at night. The majority of people are born. Okay. If astrology has any relationship to collective patterns. Oh, okay. I never thought of that. To be honest, I feel all is fated, because if it wasn't, the sages wouldn't be able to write and know about Jung. Yeah, all fated, no? But it's not true. It's not all fated. We have free will. If there is no free will, there is no ethics, no? Because you don't have. You should be rewarded for what? So if you delete the free will, then the ethics also goes away, no? That is the thing. It's a free will limited by actions that increase or decrease free will. Yeah, you see? Now discussion, like politics. Politics, free will, mundane discussions. Because why the discussion is coming? Because we don't know. We don't know how it works. Is it an exchange if Moon is in Danu and Ketu is in Taurus? Moon in Danu, no. Because Sagittarius is not lorded by Ketu. It is sign of exaltation for Ketu. So the Parivartana is not working on sign of exaltation. How could sages know each yuga will unfold? If there was a free will, they wouldn't know how yugas will be. No. I mean, this is not contradicting each other, right? You may have still big time impacts, and within that, right? I remember the Hridayananda Goswami. This is one ISKCON guru. He was giving that example of flying in the plane. So you can fly in the plane, and within that, this is also not the best example after consideration, after a few years, I think, but it is giving us something. No? If you are going, so there are things which are destined, and you are working within that, right? This is, I think, what we are using. So the yuga, it's like, it's like seasons, right? The yugas are like seasons. So the existence of seasons doesn't mean that you don't have a free will. You are still working within that dynamic karmic dynamics. Guys, thank you for being here. We have 15 people. Wow, this is good. Conclusion, we can start spontaneously the live and it will work. We don't need to give any type of posts. Does it mean that in Kali Yuga also came to work in negative karma and this Yuga was designed to be burn negativity? Oh, I mean, for every Yuga, you need to work in negative karma. What it means to work in negative karma. I mean, in each Yuga, you are burning your karma. It is just, if you are not liberated in Dvapara or Treta, which are exchanged in this Manvantar, because of coming of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if you are not liberated, then you will go into, it's like degradation, right? You are going down. But, you know, this is also interesting. Are we really degrading? No. This is a big topic. Because if you compare 1,000 years ago, I mean, you know, if you will compare to the maybe like thousands years ago, then maybe, we don't know. But comparing to, if you read books, like even the books from, I've read recently the Man and Mice, or the Man of Mice, the Man and Mice. So it's many racist and sexist. The situation for some people was horrible. I mean, the author was not racist, what many people are thinking. I'm not in that category. I'm not labeling him like that. But the times, this is showing the times. The times were quite bad. Of Men and Mice, this is the book of Men and Mice. Very nice book, short book. I loved it. But very sad, no? It's free will limited by actions that increase or decrease free will. Okay. Kalabala and they night birds. Okay. Is it exchange? Okay. How? Okay. Kali Yuga is the most harsh. Yeah. Sananji says we are all sinners if we incarnate to Bhuloka. Yeah, but also Bhuloka is best place to be liberated from, because the equal number of suffering and enjoyment. It's not too much. It's not too bad, not too good. Because on the higher lokas, it's too. Of Mice and Men, yeah. Very nice book, but sad. There was also a movie based on that. What was the moral of that story? What was the moral? I forgot. Do I forgot? Yeah, this was very nice. There are many on many levels. Okay, anyway. What I liked was that, I don't want to spoiler it for you, but what I like was that the choice of being in control of your suffering or even of your death, and the other person is taking the burden of taking others' life, because he don't want the death will be in bad situation, no? Bad circumstances. So it was a very heavy decisions he had to make. So that was the social level marginalization. Yeah, they were traveling in that after depression time, I remember. Yeah. Marginalization. This is also a nice book from artistic. This is one of the good books for storytelling. How the action develops, how it's written. So I was really invited to read this book from that perspective. But I didn't learn a lot from about storytelling from that book. But it's really, really heavy. The ending is very heavy. There was also, I remember one thing that about the American dream. They were there was the thing that by hard work, if you are doing hard, you can get your own land, you can get your own house. And basically that the people were dreaming about that, and this was not realistic for most of the people. That was also one of the thing, because that guy was repeating that. Okay, I will not spoiler you that. Are you enrolled in the Vimshotri class of astrology? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Guys, we have 1 hour and 20 minutes. I thought it will be 20 minutes, but now we have 80 minutes. It was a pleasure. Thank you for coming. 15 people. Wow. 15 is great. It's great. Thank you a lot for listening to my ramblings and being the being a companion in my exposure therapy here on live. And it's a next step which will make the whole process hopefully more smooth in the future. Okay, guys, I wish you a nice mid of the week and end of the week. Take care. Thanks.